From athletic stuff like a full court pickup game, swish, to athletic-ish stuff like a half-mile stroll. Get those steps in. Head to Sierra or Sierra.com for the brands you want at the prices that let you do it all. From athletic to athletic-ish, Sierra's got it.
Rinse knows that greatness takes time, but so does laundry. So Rinse will take your laundry and hand deliver it to your door expertly cleaned. And you can take the time pursuing your passions. Time once spent sorting and waiting, folding and queuing, now spent challenging and innovating and pushing your way to greatness. So pick up the Irish flute or those calligraphy pens or that daunting beef Wellington recipe card and leave the laundry to us. Rinse. It's time to be great.
This is Optimal Health Daily. Break Free from Goals by Leo Babauta of Mnmlist.com. Hello and welcome to another bonus Sunday episode where I share an article from one of the other podcasts in our network that I think will add some value for you here. Today's post comes from Optimal Living Daily, my brother's show, and the show that started the OLD network, where all types of personal development articles are read to you every day. To get new episodes daily, just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this, and make sure to hit that subscribe or follow button. And with that, here's my brother Justin with the post and his commentary as we optimize your life. Break Free from Goals by Leo Babauta of Mnmlist.com. One of the unshakable tenets of success and productivity literature is that you need to have goals in order to be successful. See Seth Godin on this. He's someone I respect, by the way. And from this tenet comes all sorts of other beliefs. You need to set goals the right way, such as the SMART method. You need to break goals down into actionable tasks. You need to have deadlines and timeframes. You need to make goals the focus of your day. I know this because I've believed it and lived it and written about it for a long time, until recently. Until recently, I'd always set goals for myself, short-term and long-term ones, with action lists. I've made progress to each one and accomplished a lot of goals. And from this traditional viewpoint, I've been successful. So no argument there. Goals work and you can be successful using goals. But are they the only way? More recently, I've moved away from goals, broken free of the shackles of goals. I've liberated myself because goals are not ideal. In my way of thinking, they are artificial. You aren't working because you love it. You're working because you've set goals. They're constraining. What if you want to work on something not in line with your goals? Shouldn't we have that freedom? They put pressure on us to achieve, to get certain things done. Pressure is stressful and not always in a good way. When we fail, and we always do, it's discouraging. And we're always thinking about the future goals instead of the present. I prefer to live in the present. But most of all, here's the thing with goals. You're never satisfied. Goals are a way of saying, when I've accomplished this goal or all these goals, I will be happy then. I'm not happy now because I haven't achieved my goals. This is never said out loud, but it's what goals really mean. The problem is, when we achieve the goals, we don't achieve happiness. We set new goals, strive for something new. And while many people will say that striving for something new is a good thing, that we should always be striving, unfortunately it means we're never satisfied. We never find contentment. I think that's sad. We should learn how to be content now with what we have, is what minimalism is all about, really. And if minimalism is being happy now with enough, with the present, then how are goals consistent with this? It's something I've tried to reconcile over the last few years with limited success. So what would a true minimalist do instead? If we are content now and we abandon goals, does that mean we do nothing, sit around or sleep all day? Not at all. I certainly don't do that. We should do what makes us happy, follow our passions, do things that make us excited. For me and many people, that's creating, building new things, expressing ourselves, making something useful or new or beautiful or inspiring. So here's what I do instead of setting and achieving goals. I do what excites me each day. I wake up and work on things that I'm passionate about, create things that I love creating. I don't worry about where I'll be professionally in a year or even 6 months, but where I am right now. I don't make plans because they're an illusion. You never know what will happen in a year or even 6 months. You can try to control what happens, but you'll lose. Things always come up, sometimes good and sometimes bad, that will disrupt plans. Instead, I've learned to go with the flow, to not worry about things that disrupt plans, but worry about what to do right now. This allows me to take advantage of opportunities that come up that I could never have planned for, to work on things I couldn't have known about, and to make decisions about what's best right now, not what I planned a few months ago. I don't force things, but do what comes naturally. And I focus on the present, on being happy now. This has taken me time. Letting go of goals is a scary and uncomfortable thing, but if you let them go gradually, it's not that hard. I've slowly adapted the way I work and learned to work in the moment and go with the flow of the world that surrounds me, online and off. It's a beautiful way of working, and not incidentally, I've accomplished even more this way without making that a goal. It's a natural byproduct of doing what you love. Quote, "A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving." Lao Tzu. You just listened to the post titled "Break Free from Goals" by Leo Babauta of Mnmlist.com.
Right now, there's a talented person out there who could take your company to the next level. Do you want to hope they see your job post before your competitors? Or do you want to match with them with Indeed sponsored jobs? Stop struggling to get your job post even seen on other sites. Give your job the best chance to be seen with Indeed sponsored jobs. When I was looking to hire, it was so slow and overwhelming. I wish I had used Indeed. Spend more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results now with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Do it the right way with Indeed.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast? Smart move. Being financially savvy? Smart move. Another smart move? Having State Farm help you create a competitive price when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
And thank you to Leo. An interesting perspective that we've probably only heard maybe a couple of times in over 1,600 episodes of this show. I know the minimalists have written about something similar before, and what I'd say is try out both and see what works for you. I do think goals can work for some people. They like having that end point to reach for, but you do have to be careful with things that don't have a destination. For example, with minimalism, or even something that you normally set a goal for, like exercise. Once you reach that, you might fall right off and stop doing what it is you were doing altogether. But if there's something exercise related that you actually enjoy doing, you probably wouldn't have to make a goal. You would just do it because you love doing it. So that's something to consider in your everyday life. Maybe reassess your goals today. But I'll leave it there for today. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.